Hey there, hiking friends, it's Kelly again. Today is Sunday, August 29th, 2021, and I'm checking in from Ragged Point, California, just south of Big Sur, and I'm here at the Salmon Creek trailhead off of Highway 1, and I'm going to be attempting to do the Salmon Creek Trail to the Dutra Flats campground. A little over 8 miles round trip and over 2,000 feet of elevation gain. We'll see how this goes. Anyway, without further ado, let's check it out. So I'm 1 mile into the hike and I've already climbed 890 feet. I had this couple behind me and they said, oh, go ahead and pass us, and they kept right up with me, so I let them pass me. They hike pretty fast for a couple. So anyway, this is the view so far. Okay, now here's where things get interesting. So July of 2020, I did this hike, first and last time I've been up here, and I went down this way. It's about downhill, you know, to a quarter mile to the Spruce Creek campground, and then another mile and a half up to the Estrella camp, which is a really nice camp. It's kind of sketchy in some spots. There's one spot where it's like really steep on one side and really slippery, and then you have to go under a rock outcropping, and if you slip and fall, it's a long way down into the creek. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to try to get to this one, Dutra Flat Campground. Another 2.5 miles. We'll see how this goes. So I'm about 2.5 miles into the hike. I'm on the trail to the Dutra Flat campground here. A little bit of a reprieve, a lot of uphill. Nice little flat spot here in the shade. Still got Another couple miles or so to go. Alright, first plateau I've been in since I started up on the Dutra Flats trail. One guy on the app said he tried to go that way for a little ways, and about 1/8 of a mile in or so he hit a dead end. It's just like an animal trail, doesn't go anywhere. I'm 4.1 miles into the trail. I've been on the little plateau for a little ways here. Now I'm starting to head down. I'm hoping I'm near the campsite here because I am really tired and it's getting late. I'm not gonna have much time when I get there to relax, or I have to start heading out. I don't want to be stuck here after dark. Of course, going down never takes quite as long as going up. Holy shit. Dutra Trail, Spruce Camp, 3 miles. Salmon Creek Station, oh my god. Man, this is fucking crazy. But, nice of them to put up a sign here, but logically, this over here is the Dutra Flats camp. Holy shit. Just like the one guy on the All Trails app review, it said this camp doesn't have a whole lot to offer. Got a little bit of shade, a little fire pit, a couple logs to sit on, and a picnic table. Oh, look, a little bench. There it is. Dutra Flat Camp. Holy fuck. I made it. 2 hours and 40 minutes into the hike. 2,335 feet of elevation gain. 4.5 miles. Dutra Flat Camp. Yay. Nice trees. Oh my god, I am so tired. Man, that fucking kicked my ass. Wow. This is easily the hardest hike I've done so far yet. Wow. This shit fucking rocked my world. Holy shit. I need a drink. Fuck. God damn it. I was wondering if I was gonna make it. Fucking hell. Hoo-wee. Oh. I was getting delirious there. Thank God most of that last uphill stretch is in the shade. And by the time you get to the top, it's a nice flat section that's pretty mellow. You just cruise along the ridge. You go down a little bit, through a little creek up and up to here. There is a big old loop if you keep going down and around that way, and there's this other mountain peak about another couple miles back towards the coast, but fuck that. I would have to start that one at like 8 or 9 in the morning. That's like 9 miles and change round trip, and I can do 9, 10, 11, 12 miles of relatively flat hiking, no problem. But fucking, when it's mostly uphill, fuck that. That shit kicks my ass. One last look at the Dutra Flat campsite. Last uphill section before I start heading down. And of course, it's like a dry riverbed here. These fucking loose rocks and big boulders you have to step over. My legs are like, fuck you, what are you doing? So I'm heading down from the Dutra flat trail, snaking my way down these switchbacks, and my left knee started hurting right in the middle of the knee joint. And I've had this pain before on a hike I did down San Luis Obispo, hiking around Cerro San Luis Obispo, and it happened like in the last mile of, I guess it was like 3.5 mile hike, and it hurt like hell, and I had to go really slow and limp the last mile. And then I got in my car and drove home, and by the time I got home the pain was gone. It didn't reappear for a long time. And anyway, I got, you know, about 3 miles left to go, and I got to get through some pretty sketchy terrain. So I just hope to God my knee doesn't fail me, because I got to get back to my car. This is the gnarliest part of the whole trail. You gotta go over this log and then up that fucking steep part and over the other log. Oh, God damn it. Doesn't help. I'm fucking exhausted. I'm gonna take this sissy way. Here we go. This wasn't that slippery. Oh, thank God. Oh man, if that was wet, that would have sucked. Oh my God. Back on the Salmon Creek Trail, thank fucking God. That Dutra trail kicked my ass. That was one of the hardest trails I've done yet, especially after coming up the Salmon Creek Trail for a couple miles. Holy shit. I still gotta get down that shit. Oh my God. I am tired. Hoo-wee. And I'm heading back down to the fog. Ah, what an adventure. And back to the car. Man, that was one of the gnarliest hikes I've done so far. Might even be the hardest hike I've done. It's not the longest. I still got, that record goes to a hike I did at Montana to Oro. This was 4.5, almost 5 miles, basically mostly uphill. And there's a lot of tricky terrain, a lot of rocks and ups and downs and, you know, loose leaves and just things you got to look out for that, you know, you could trip and fall a long way down in some of those spots. So anyway, so here are the stats. 8.8 miles. I was out there better part, almost 5 hours. And yeah, that was a hell of an adventure. So that's it for now. This is Kelly signing off from Ragged Point, Big Sur. Remember, as always, keep hiking.